Closing arguments today in the trial over whether two of Colorado's largest grocery chains should merge. State is suing to stop the combination of Albertsons, which owns Safeway, and Kroger, which owns King Soopers. Our Evan Krugel explains why a different company dominated today's discussion.
After weeks of testimony inside a Denver courtroom, a planned merger between Albertsons and Kroger now sits in the hands of a Denver district court judge who has to decide if the agreement would violate state antitrust laws.
This merger will be good for consumers. This merger will be good for the state.
Attorney Matt Wolf has been representing Kroger, which is hoping to acquire 14 of the 105 Albertsons and Safeway stores in Colorado. The 91 others would go to a company called C&S, a food distributor that Arthur Biller with the state AG's office says is unfit to run grocery stores.
This is not a group of people whose goal is to run a successful retail operation. They are wholesalers. It's exactly why it's so dangerous to let this company buy these stores in Colorado.
Biller is worried C&S will run the stores poorly or ultimately close them, reducing competition for Kroger and potentially raising prices for Colorado shoppers. Kroger says companies like Amazon and Walmart are their true competitors, and without the merger, they won't be able to keep up with their prices.
The day after the merger, a customer walking into a formerly Albertsons store, now owned by Kroger, will see lower prices on the shelf.
Ultimately, the judge must decide whether the merger would be a bad deal for Colorado consumers, a question economic experts say we may not know until after a merger happens.
The minute consumers recognize that their prices are way too high, they start switching to some other stores, and that will keep a little bit of pressure on Kroger.
Now, those closing arguments wrapped up just a couple of minutes ago. The judge will now review all of those documents and take the next steps on that decision in about 2 weeks. Kyle.
And this third party, they're going to take control of these stores if this goes through. There's no guarantee that they're going to run them for a long period of time.
That's the big question here, right? Folks on the Kroger-Albertsons side were saying there's no guarantee that they have to keep any of their stores open. Why should this other company be required to keep them open? That's where that monopoly aspect comes into this, right? If they close that stores, what's left in that given community? That's the big discussion here as this lawsuit comes to an end.
Evan Krugel, thank you.